Hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I'm about to give all praise and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Once again, double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me this truth that rule well. Peace and salutation to the hope 144,000 elect men, saints that are left on planet Earth, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children only in these last days. Until the new, until the few brothers and sisters listening to me that's in this truth, to you I say, Shalom. It's your brother Kawas coming to you with another lesson in this truth, 24/7, 365. Once again, this is what I do to get you in the mood. Kwam Yasharallah, Rise Israel. We got next, baby, any day now. Guarantee. Can't wait. Book it. The two most important things you'll ever know as a Hebrew Israelite in this knowledge, in this truth, is the name of our power, which is Yahweh, and the name of his son, which is Yahweh Shai. Esau Edom, ESAU. Esau Edom is the so-called white man. He's not white, but he's red. He's our red, sinister Hebrew big brother enemy, Esau Edom. We are Jacob of the Bible. You got that? Good. The title of this lesson will be Thy Goodness is All Good. What did I say? Thank you and pleasures. And I'm going to try to go deep into Psalms 105. I think it's like 40 something verses. I'm going to try to get through all 40, but if not, I'm going to do at least minimum half. So hope the lesson edifying and to the point. Preferably I'm praying for you. That's my preface precept is in the book of Psalms chapter 31. The book of Psalm chapter 31, verse 19. Psalms 31, verse 19. And it reads, Oh, how great is thy goodness, which you have laid up for them that fear thee, which you have wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of men. So Psalms 31, verse 19 is my preface precept. Let's go to Psalms 105. Let me see how many verses is in this chapter. 45. You know what? Let me go to the Apocrypha to make it a little bit bigger for viewers. I mean the King James of it. So let me get it. Bear with me. Psalms 105 from the top. Psalms 105 from the top. Psalms 105 verse 1. And it reads, Oh, give thanks unto the Lord Yahweh, all capital letters, capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D is Yahweh. With his capital L, lowercase O-R-D is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So right here, oh, give thanks unto the Lord Yahweh. The water, Yahweh. The water means thank you. Wada means thank you in Hebrew. The water, oh Yahweh. Give thanks unto Yahweh. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord Yahweh. The water. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Yahweh. Call upon his name. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. The water. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. The water, Yahweh Shai. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the people. And that's what the prophets do. The men of Great Millstone and the men of Light Doctrine, week in and week out, on the highways and the byways and the hedges and the gaps, during these sit downs. And Lord willing, I'm part of that number of prophets. We make Yahweh, the Father's deeds known among people. Second verse, Psalms 105. Sing unto him. Now, I'm not a good singer. My voice is, that's not my gift, but I sing in my heart. When I pray, I'm singing to him. Shema, Shema, Shema. The patlataya, aita, Baba Kushar, Baba Kushar, Baba Kushar, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakak Kwadash, Shema, Yasharala, Yahweh, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Ahud, Abanawa, Shabbat, Shemayim, Kwadash, Hayah, Shekah, Walakwaka, Ratazah, Hayah, Ka, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakak Kwadash, Lathanlia, Izarnia, Babakushah, 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 Igarka, Rakah, Wath, Raiwath, Babakushah, 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 Hakawanaya, Labia, Bahashab, Wathia, Bunyamya, Rai, Wahasaith, Hamasathia, Babakushah, Babakushah, Babakushah. Sing, I'm in Psalm 105, verse 2. Sing unto him, sing psalms unto him, songs. Talk ye of all his wondrous works. Do you speak of his wondrous works? Do you meditate? Do you dwell on his wondrous works? You should. You ought to. I recommend it. Psalms 105, verse 3. Glory ye in his holy name. Glory. Let's look up that word glory. Where we at? Verse 3. Let's look up that word glory. Glory. Halal. Call halal Yahweh, right? Glory. To shine. To boast. Okay, to praise. And Elder Apostle Tahar taught us a few weeks ago that the word praise means to yell. So yell ye in his holy name out loud. That's why when I'm on the highways and the byways, for those that follow me, I'm very vocal and loud. I'm not monotone when I'm on a block. I'm yelling. In the majority of times, my voice is shot that night and the next day or two. Because I glory ye in his holy name. Praise, boast, magnify, exalt, yell his name, praise his name. His name is Yahweh. His son is Yahweh Shai, not Yahuwah, not Yeshua. Why? Because there is no letter U in our Paleo-Hebrew alphabet, regardless of what you've heard. There is no sound. Abba, Gada, Hawa, Zaka, Ta, Kala, Manasa, Pa, I, Tazakwata, Rashat, Kwa Rashata. You don't hear no There's no in Paleo-Hebrew. So who is Yahuwah? Who is Yeshua? And wrong. Psalms 105 and 3. Glory ye in his name. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, to the top of your lungs. Let the heart, mind of them rejoice that seek the Lord Yahweh. So that's a prerequisite, or that's a separation. Let the heart, the mind, your heart, la'ab, your mind. Let the heart of them, not everyone, let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord Yahweh. So do you seek the Lord Yahweh? You should. You ought to. I recommend it. So when you glory ye his holy name, let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord Yahweh. Because if you seek what's in the hands of Yahweh, Salaki, I'm a little excited. If you seek his face, if you seek the face of Yahweh, you can have what's in his hands. If you seek the face of Yahweh, you can have what's in his hands. Provision, joy, peace, happiness, tranquility, deliverance, provision, power. Fourth verse. Psalms 105 and 4. Seek the Lord. Now let's look up that word seek. Seek, find, look, search out. I believe, we pretty sure know what it means, but let's just see what it says. Seek. Seek. To resort. To inquire. Inquiring minds want to know. Who are the inquiring minds that are seeking the Lord Yahweh? The 144,000 elect men, saints that are left on planet Earth. And the 1/3 men, women, and children. We're the only ones, and Lord willing, I'm part of that number. We're the only ones that are seeking, inquiring, consulting, requiring, demanding the Most High Yahweh. Psalms 105 and 4. Seek the Lord Yahweh. Inquire, require, and seek the Lord Yahweh and his strength. That's why you seek his face. If you seek the face of Yahweh, you can have what's in his hands. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh, inquire, and his strength. So inquire about Yahweh and his strength. Seek his face evermore. There, I just said that. That's the spirit. I didn't know that was there. Seek his face evermore. And when you seek his face, you can have what's in his hands. Fifth verse, Psalms 105 and 5. Remember, right? Let's look up that word remember. Let's look up that word remember. Zakar. Here Esau said.
Strong's H2142. Zacher. Zacher.
Remember, to recall, come to mind. Right? So let's get it. Psalms 105 and 5. Remember, call to mind his marvelous works that he has done. Woo! Brought you from Christianity to this truth. Saved you, delivered you, provided for you, took care of you, paid your bills, protected you, protected your family. Remember his marvelous works that he has done. His wonders. Woo! And the judgments of his mouth. Let's get that. That's Psalms 19. I believe it's Psalms 19. Don't quote me. Right. Yeah, here it is. This is what I want. Right. Psalms 105 and 5 led me to Psalms 19 and 9. So let's read Psalms 105 and 5 again. Remember, call to mind his marvelous works that he has done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. Before I forget this precept, let me grin this up real quick. Is this what I want? Let me see if this is what I want. Bear with me. Right. Okay. Let me see here. Bear with me. Is this what I want? Right. I think this is it. This is one of them. Let's go to all right, let me hold that on deck. Okay. Psalms 105 and 5 led me to Psalms 19 and 9. Psalms 19 and 9 reads, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is clean. Woo, clean, pure, undefiled, right? Enduring forever. Woo. Here's the word I'm looking for. Remember right here, it says Psalms 105, the word judgment. Let's read it again. It says, remember his marvelous works that he has done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. Judgments led me, Psalms 105 and 5, the word judgment led me to Psalms 19 and 9. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is clean, pure, undefiled, enduring forever. Yes, in the new kingdom as well. The judgments of the Lord Yahweh are true and righteous altogether, just like in Psalms 105 and 5, and the judgments of his mouth. And Psalms 105 and 5, where it says, remember his marvelous works that he has done, led me to Ephesians 4, 18. Ephesians 4, 18 to 24. Having the Ephesians 4 verse 18 through 22. Having the understanding, your comprehension darkened under Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's Rome 2.0 lifestyle, mindset, perspective, temptation, the world we're living in, having the understanding darkened, being alienated. At one time, we were alienated, separated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance, the not knowing that is in them. Eating swine's flesh, not knowing that it's bad for you, that is against the law. Shaving your beard, men, which we didn't know was against the law for us to shave our beard. Women wearing pants, showing your camel toe and panty line, wearing weaves of other women, hair of other women, celebrating holidays, right? Calling on Caesar Borgia. Being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance, not knowing that is in them. This is why, because of the blindness of their heart, their mind. We were blinded at one time. Calling on Caesar Borgia, eating swine's flesh, men being beta males, doing drugs, committing adultery, women being out of order, loud, disrespectful, masculine, dominant, wearing pants, wearing weaves, men shaving, celebrating holidays. 19th verse, Ephesians 4. Who being past feelings has given themselves over unto lasciviousness. And I used to be given over to lasciviousness. We've all been there. Lasciviousness is the highest level of lust, concupiscence, to work all uncleanliness and with greediness. And that's what we used to do. Work all uncleanness with greediness. Damn. 20th verse. But ye have not so learned Hamashiach. No, at that time. 21st verse, Ephesians 4. If so be that you have heard him, and we have now, and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahweh Shai. The truth is in Yahweh Shai, not Caesar Borgia, not Catholicism, not Christianity, not Mormon, not Seventh-day Adventist, not Muslim. The truth is in Yahweh Shai. 22nd verse, Ephesians 4. That you put off. Remember the marvelous things that he has done. Psalms 105. That you put off concerning the former conversation, the old man. The former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt, according to the deceitful lust of America with a triple K that has come upon us, living in this wicked, evil, carnal, sinful world under the damn devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's rulership. 23rd verse, and be renewed, refreshed in the spirit of your mind, which is your heart, right? 24th verse, Ephesians 4, and that ye put on, that's an action word, put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. So that goes to that Psalms 105 and 5. Remember his marvelous works that he has done. Psalms 105 and 6. O ye seed of Abraham, his servants, the children of Israel, you children of Jacob, his chosen, you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Haitians, right? 7th verse. He is the Lord Yahweh, our power, point blank, period. He is the Lord Yahweh, our power, not the world's power, only the Israelites' power. His judgments are in all the earth. You see? Fire. How does it go? How can I type that? See if I can find it. Yeah, Sirach. Right, here it is. Okay, Psalms 105 and 7. He is the Lord Yahweh, our power, the power of the Hebrews. You blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and Haitians. His judgments are in all the earth. What are his judgments? Let's go to Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 39, verse 29. Let me see. Right. verse 28 and 29. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 30, Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, spirits, judgments, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. That's not good. A sore stroke. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Who made the spirits that are created for vengeance? Yahweh. And those spirits that are created for vengeance, when they are poured out, when they pour out their force, when they do what they do, baby, they appease, satisfy the wrath of him that made them. Who made them? Yahweh. That goes back to Psalms 105 and 7. His judgments are in all the earth. And we're reading about some of them. 29th verse, Sirach 39. Fire is a judgment. Fire can cook your food and warm you up, but also can kill you. Hail, famine, and death. All these were created for vengeance. Vengeance. So fire was not created just to keep you warm. It was created for vengeance. Hail, famine, death, right? 30th verse. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword. From the gun to the nuclear missile, punishing the wicked to destruction. Psalms 105 and 8. He has remembered his covenant forever. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai the water, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, that you have remembered your covenant forever that you made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. We are nowhere near 1,000 generations. 1,000 generation minimum. Woo! Can't even in the new kingdom. Psalms 105 and 9. Which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac. Right? 10th verse. And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law. His commandments, his covenants is a law, an ordinance, an order. And there are instructions. And to Israel, the whole nation, for an everlasting covenant. The new kingdom as well, an everlasting. That's in the new kingdom as well. Now and in the new kingdom. 11th verse. Psalms 105. Saying, until thee, Salakia, saying, unto thee will I give the land of Canaan to the Israelites, the lot of your inheritance. 12th verse. When they were but a few men in number, when we came out of Israel, as Egypt, only 70 men, yea, very few and strangers in it. 13th verse. When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people. And that was under persecution. When they went from one nation to another under the Babylonian, the Medo-Persian, the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, the American with the Triple K Empire, when they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people. Psalms 105 and 14. He suffered no man to do them wrong. Woo! The prophets. Now we were all done wrong, but he had his prophets, his elect men and women and children in those captivities that was nothing done wrong to them. See, the Most High is only dealing with his elect. Let me prove that. See if I can find that. Right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. He's only dealing with his elect men. He's always had the best of Israel. A little will impart a number of men. Let me grab this one too, just on GP. Isaiah 1. Let's grab this Isaiah 1 first, and then we'll jump back to that Wisdom of Solomon. Isaiah 1 and 9. Listen. Isaiah 1 and 9, letting you know that he's only dealing with a certain amount of men. He's only dealt with a certain amount of men and women and children of the elect. That's it. All the other ones are what we call 2/3. They're unbelievers. They're lukewarm. But in every captivity, from Babylonian captivity to America with a triple K captivity, the Most High has always had his elect men, women, and children that he provided for, took care of much better than he did the 2/3. Let me prove that. Isaiah 1 verse 9, and that's who he's only dealing with now. And those are the only ones that will be beamed up, delivered out of World War III ICBM nuclear missile fire into a spaceship with the world called a UFO. Isaiah 1 and 9, and Lord willing, I'm part of that number. Isaiah 1 and 9, except the Lord Yahweh of hosts, armies in heaven, that's Yahweh, had left unto us a very small remnant, to 1/3. We should have been like Sodom, and we should have been like Gomorrah, completely destroyed as a people. But he's always left a remnant, the best of the best. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And the only ones that put their trust in him, their dependency in him, all in, 10 toes down, 110% in, are the 144K men and the 1/3 men, women, and children only in these last days. And Lord willing, I'm part of that number. They that put their trust in him, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, comprehend the truth. And such as be faithful, full of faith, in love, shall abide with him. The 144K men and the 1/3 men, women, and children. For grace and mercy is to his saints. And his saints are the 144K men and the 144K men. And he has care for his elect. He doesn't say, and he has care for all of Israel. There's another scripture that says, let's see if it'll pop up. Right. Romans 9 and 6. Romans 9 and 6. Not as though the word of Yahweh has taken an effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. So not every Black, Latino, Native American, Seminole, Indian, Haitian is an elect. See, you want to be part of the elect, the upper class. What is it called? Apostle Gabar says the it's on the tip of my tongue. Damn. I don't think I'll be able to get it. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. But the highest level of the Israelites, you want to be a part of that number of men and women and children. So all of Israel is not Israel. So somebody got to be missile food. Somebody got to die during Jacob's trouble. Somebody got to die during World War III of Israel. He's not going to deliver us all out of America like he did for us coming out of the Gulf of Suez or the Red Sea when he parted the Red Sea and saved us from Pharaoh. He saved all of Israel at that time, but this time he's not going to do that. He's only saving his elect, his 1/3, his 144K men, saints, and his 1/3 men, women, and children. And Lord willing, I'm part of that number. Back to Psalms 104, 105, and 14. He suffered no man to do them wrong, the elect, during those captivities. Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes. Daniel was an elect. Joshua was an elect. The prophets was an elect. Elijah was an elect. Moses was an elect. You see? Peter was an elect, right? Psalm 105 and 15, saying, touch not my anointed, his 144K saints, elect, and his 1/3 men, women, children, and do my prophets no harm. So how much more in these last days? And Lord willing, I'm part of that number of prophets. Touch not my anointed. Like I say all the time, like Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. You see? Don't piss the prophets off. We'll put a curse upon your ass. You'll find yourself with a stroke, find your ass in the hospital, find yourself everything falling apart. Don't mess with the prophets. We got the green light to the Most High. We got a straight call to the we call a direct line to the Most High, the prophets. Believe that. Psalms 105 and 16. Psalms 105 and 16. Moreover, and he called for a famine upon the land. He brake the whole staff of bread. How much more now? He's going to call for a manufactured famine upon the land. And he break the whole staff of bread. So it's going to be a shortage coming, a famine of the word, as well as a famine of bread any day now. Psalms 105 and 17. He sent a man before them, even Joseph, who was sold for a servant. And Joseph was an elect during Egypt, during a famine. He was an elect that the Most High provided for. And you want to be part of that number. But you have to earn the elect status. The scripture says, calling an election sure. Let's grab that real quick. Let's grab that real quick. Right. 2 Peter chapter 1 and 10. Let's see what verse 9 say. Well, let's get right to the point. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. If you're part of the elect, act like it. Live like it. Eat like it. Pray like it. Hit the block. Study. Read. Do videos. Get under a camp. Princesses. Be feminine. Quiet. Fit. Friendly. A helpmate. Like I said, feminine, fit, friendly, a helpmate, quiet, submissive, in order, docile. Wear dresses below your knee. You know, wear head wraps, braid your own hair, study, read, teach the children. 2 Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fall in these last days. Just like we never fail in low will and part number of men in the previous kingdoms. And if you do those things, if you give your calling and election sure, for so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua HaMashiach. Back to Psalms 105 and 18. Whoso feet they hurt with fetters, he laid in iron. Woo. Remember, fetters, that's slavery. Those are the chains. Whose feet they hurt with fetters, he laid in iron. He was laid in iron. 19th verse. Until the time that his word came, the word of the Lord Yahweh tried him. 20th verse. The king sent and loosed him, even the ruler of the people, and let him go. Now that's talking about Joseph, right? 21st verse, Psalms 105. He made him Lord of his house and ruler of all his substance. Joseph did. How much more you? You're supposed to make Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, the Lord of your house and ruler of all your substance. 22nd verse, Psalms 105. To bind his princes at his pleasure and teach his senators wisdom. That's what Joseph did. 23rd verse, Psalms 105. Israel also came into Egypt, and Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham. 24th verse, and he increased his people greatly, Joseph did, and made them stronger than their enemies. Woo! How much more the elect men in these last days? We are increasing our people with this knowledge, this truth, this understanding, and we're making them stronger than their enemies. There's a scripture that says, I don't know if I can bring that up. Let me go right here. Do I have anything? Let me go right here. Let's see if I can bring this out. See if I can bring this out. Right. Okay. Psalms 105 and 24. And he increased his people greatly, talking about Joseph, but how much more now, the men of great millstone in the middle of like doctrine. We are increasing our people greatly, and we are making them stronger than the enemies. Who are our enemies? You go to Psalms 103 for our enemies. So when we increase our people by giving them this knowledge, this truth, this understanding, we make them stronger than our enemies. And there's a scripture that backs that up. Psalms 105 and 24 led me to the Apocrypha chapter, Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 3. He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy. And I've taught my sons and I'm teaching my grandson who he is and the name and all that kind of stuff. The truth. He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy. And before his friends, he shall rejoice of him. And I do rejoice in front of my friends when I hear my little 2-year-old grandbaby say, Shalom. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You see? Psalms 105 and 25. Psalms 105 and 25. He turned their heart to hate his people, to deal subtly with his servants. He sent Moses, his servant, Aaron, whom he had chosen. They showed his signs among them and wonders in the land of Ham. 28th verse. He sent darkness and made it dark, and they rebelled not against his word. Woo. That's in I believe that's Exodus 10. I believe that's Exodus 10. Don't quote me. Let me see. Or is that 11? Or it could be 20 something too. Let me see. Right. Exodus 10, 21. Exodus chapter 10, verse 21 on down. Psalms 105 and 28. He sent darkness and made it dark, and they rebelled not against his word. Psalms 105 and 29. He turned their waters into blood and slew their fish. Their land brought forth frogs in abundance. This is what he did to our enemies. How much more now? In the chambers of their kings. Just imagine having frogs, nasty ass, millions of nasty ass frogs everywhere. 31st verse. He spake, and there came divers sorts of flies and lice in all their coast. Man. Psalms 105:32. He gave them hail for rain and flaming fire in their land. How much more now? And that is, remember, that is the goodness of the Most High Yahweh. Remember, we read in Psalms 19 and 9, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is clean. So you must fear him, enduring forever. The judgments, and we're reading about the judgments of the Lord Yahweh are true and righteous altogether. So when he punished our enemies the way he's punishing them with frogs and flies and darkness and flaming fire, that is his goodness. You see, that's what we want. We want him to. Let me see if I can prove that. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Bear with me. See if I can find this. Apocrypha. I want the Apocrypha one. Right. Okay. What I said earlier, I said we want to see when we're reading about his judgments, the rain, the fire, the frogs, the flies, the lice, right? Those are his judgments, and his judgments are true and righteous. I just proved that in Psalms 119 and I just proved that in Psalms 19, verse 9. So we should be excited when the Most High bring judgments, earthquakes, pestilence, plague, insufficiency, lack, ICBM, thermonuclear missile, hellfire. Those are his judgments, which are righteous and true and good, right? So let me prove that those judgments are required and needed to get the job done. Listen, Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 36, verse 1 through Sirach 36 in the Apocrypha, chapter 1 through 7. Read pretty quick. Sirach 36 and 1. Have mercy upon us, O Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, power of all, and behold us, 144K men, saints, and the 1/3 men, women, and children, his elect in these last days. Second verse. And send your fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. America with a triple K seeks not after Yahweh. Russia, China, Israel, North Korea, all the other, no nation on planet Earth seeks after the Most High Yahweh. So Sirach 36 and 2 said, and send your fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee, via ICBM thermonuclear missile, plagues, pestilence, famine, insufficiency, lack, frogs, lice, right? Flies. Third verse, earthquakes. Lift up your hand against a strange nation, and his hand is the angels, and let them see your power. Woo! Fourth verse, as you was sanctified in us before them by delivering us out of through the Red Sea, the Gulf of Suez. We were sanctified before them. So he sanctified. We were sanctified. Let's read it. And you were sanctified in us before them that saw it. So be you magnified among them before us. Woo! Get him, Most High. Get him with your goodness. And his judgments is his goodness. Fifth verse. And let them know. And let them know. As we have known thee. As Alashadya. Demon-like power, that there is no power but only you, O Yahweh, point blank, period. Sixth verse, show new signs. What is it? They said it's hold on, bear with me. See if I can bring this out. Let me go to my page real quick. Let me prove this point. I got it on my YouTube page. In my post, my community section. Bear with me. Damn, I didn't share that. Wait a minute. I didn't share that. Okay, well, it was a who did I send that to? I sent it to the brothers. Let me see if I can get that. At least the name of it. Right here. There are 5 planets in retrograde right now. Let me get that real quick. These are the new signs. Right. Check this out. Let's see. Currently, right. Let me just show you the news article right here. This is 3 days ago. There are 5 planets in retrograde right now. Here's what that means. Let's go back right here. Currently, there are 5 planets in retrograde: Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. This is a period of apparent backward motion for these planets, which in astrology is seen as a time of reflection and reset. A new kingdom's coming, man. Now, those are the signs in the sky. So let's get that. Where were we? Sirach 36 and 6. Those show new signs, planets in retrograde, and make other strange wonders. Glorify your hand, the angels, and your right arm, Yahweh, that they may set forth your wondrous works. 7th verse, Sirach 36 and 7. Raise up indignation. Start some shit. Muck it up and pour out your wrath. Woo. Raise up indignation. What is indignation? Righteous judgment. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. That's judgment. That's your goodness. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy, Baba Kushar, and give us the new kingdom. Back to Psalms 105, verse 32. He gave them hail for rain and flaming fire in their land when he was punishing the Egyptians. He smote their vines also and their fig trees and break the trees of their coast. You don't want to mess with our power. Like I said, don't piss me off. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry because I got a direct line to the Most High. And if I put up a curse on you, it's going to go down. We put up curses every day on this wicked, evil, carnal world. That's why it's falling apart little by little. Remember, ever since 1969, 1970, when the so-called white man tried to go to the moon and he never went to the moon, America has been falling apart. The arrow has been pointing down. It's not going to just happen overnight. That's not how it works. It comes in stages, and that's the beautiful part. Because judgment has to go forth, and judgment comes in stages, and we are in the stages now of right here where it says raise up indignation, Sirach 36:7. This is the stage we are in now upon America. Raise up indignation, pour out wrath, take away the adversary via ICBM thermonuclear missile fire, and destroy the enemy. And what's after that? I just did a video yesterday or 2 days ago called after destruction comes righteousness. See, so after you clean your house up is when you can chill. You see, so when you clean your house up, that's a good thing. So sending ICBM thermonuclear fire, hellfire to destroy America and red rum everybody is a good thing. Refresh the planet is a good thing. Because then after that comes righteousness. You see? Psalms 105:33. He smote their vines and their fig trees and break the trees of their coasts. 34 verse. He spake and the locusts came and caterpillars and that without number. How much more his men? Yahushua said, who the world ignorant called Jesus Christ, said, the things that I do, you shall do also, and greater works than these shall you do. Why? Because it's going to be 144,000 of us. See, Yahushua was just one man. It's going to be, Lord willing, part of the number of men being 144,000 Yahushua, many Yahushua, 144,000 Black Hancock, 144,000 Black Adams, 144,000 Supermen. Woo! Man. 34 verse. How many verses is in Psalms 105? Let me find out. Bear with me. There are 45. Okay. And he Psalms 105:35. And he did eat up all the herbs of their land through the locusts and devoured the fruit of their ground. How much more he's going to do to our enemies? 36 verse, Psalms 105. He smote all the firstborn of their land. Damn. How much more now? Via ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire, the chief of all their strength. Your child, your son is the chief of your strength. Your boys, men, our boys, our sons is the chief of our strength, the beginning of our strength. Psalms 105:35. He brought them forth also with silver and gold, who the Israelites, and there was not one feeble person among them. Let's look up that word feeble. Verse 37. Let's look up the word feeble.
Strong's H 3782. Kashal.
There was not one injured, overthrown, tottering, right? Bereaved. Why? Because he brought us out with silver and gold. He brought them forth also with silver and gold, and there was not one feeble person among their tribes. Woo! He's a complete power. He doesn't do half the job, 80%, 90%. He does 110% of the job. Man, thy goodness. Psalms 105:38. Egypt was glad when they departed. And the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, and the other nations, they're going to be happy once we get them in slavery, because we're going to show them how to live. Just like the Egyptians was happy that we left. Get out of here. Get out, get out of here and take your God with you. Get out of here and take your God with you. For the fear of them fell upon them. The fear of who? Our power, Yahweh. Alashadya, demon-like power. Psalms 105:39. He spread a cloud for a covering. That's a chariot. And fire to give light in the night. He spread a cloud for a covering during the day, and fire, a chariot, to give light at night. What are those clouds called? Elliptical clouds. Elliptical clouds. I think that's it. No, shit. Is it? No, I don't think it's elliptical. Yeah, but it's another kind. Damn, but it's another name of that you can call it. But just imagine this during the day, right? During the day, and then picture this: an amber, orange, fire-looking color at night. During the day, it says here, look, Psalms 105:39. He spread a cloud for a covering, right here. That was during the day, right? During the day, right? Then it says, and fire to give light at night. So that same cloud, he made it an amber looking color at night. Let me see. Let me type in amber. Excuse me. Damn, I can't get one. It's not showing. It's not going. Amber elliptical cloud. Damn, it's not. Let me type in. This cord is in my way when I try to type. It be pissing me off. Bear with me. Yeah, types of clouds. Right? We have cumulus. No, that ain't the one I want. Damn. Okay, it's all good. I think y'all get the point. Okay, back to the scripture. Verse 40. Psalms 105:40. The people asked, and he brought quail. We were hungry. So he brought quail. Quail, man, I eat quail eggs now. Quail. When I can get them. Quail eggs. Which is way, better than chicken. The people asked, and he brought quail. So we allowed the quail to fly low where we can jump up and grab them. We were jumping up and grabbing quail. The people asked, and he brought quail and satisfied them with the bread of heaven. The bread of heaven is manna, which is, what is that? It's all the nutrients, right? That we will come together, we'll make bread out of it. That's how wise the wisdom came to us to do that. So he gave us quail and manna. He's a provider. Psalms 105:41. He opened the rock and water gushed out when we were thirsty. We were thirsty. We like to drink. Jake, Eve, Keisha, Latino Christian. Facts. Jake, Eve, Keisha, Latino Christian. Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Assembly of Indians, Haitian. We like to drink. We like to eat. The world was created for us. Food was created for us. The teeth we have was created to eat with. We got better teeth than the other nations. Better taste buds. He opened the rock and the water gushed out. So he gave us fresh, cold, alkaline water to drink. They ran in the dry places like a river. Woo! The water did. 42nd verse. This is his goodness. For he remembered his holy promise and Abraham, his servant, that I'm going to provide for you. I'm going to take care of you. Right? 43rd verse. And he brought forth his people with joy. How much more in the new kingdom when he delivers us out of World War III into a spaceship with the world called a UFO, and Lord willing, I'm part of that number. He's going to bring us forth with joy and his chosen with gladness. Chosen with gladness, not all, but chat, his with gladness, his chosen, his elect men, and the 1/3 men, women, and children, who he's going to start the kingdom off with. 40, last but not least, Psalms 140, I believe it's 44 verses. Let me just double check one more time. I think it's 44 or 45 verses. 45. Psalms 105, 44, and he gave them the lands of the heathen. He will give us back the earth. And they inherited the labor of the people. We're going to put you, it's going to be continual employment for the other nations. They're going to rebuild the kingdom. They're going to rebuild the earth that they destroyed and ruined. Psalms 105 and 45, that they might observe his statutes, the other nations. This is why we're going to put you in slavery, and keep his laws. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. It's your brother Kawas Malak. Hope blessed with edifying and to the point. Pray for me. I'm praying for you. Kwam Basharala, Rise, Israel. We got next, baby. Any day now. Guarantee, can't wait. Book it. Barakati Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kwadash. Once again, double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, that rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole 444,000 elect men, saints that are left on planet Earth, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children only in these last days. And to the new and to the few, brothers and sisters listening to me that's in this truth, to you I say Shalom, Abba, Babal, DTA. Got a video for you. Fair use, fair use. Fair use, Copyright Act of 1976.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. Zechariah 8. Again, the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for a very age. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in mine eyes, saith the Lord of hosts. Isaiah 11. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf
page is Banatazak Banyamyan, one full fold, subscribe and be edified. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishop of the great millstone that taught me the truth, that rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole 144 elect. To the next one is Rael. To you I say Shalom and Abad Babal, DTA.